Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is by all accounts the end of the Skywalker saga, but if the powers that be so desired, future Star Wars movies could still feature Luke, Leia, and even Anakin Skywalker. I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and there will be some spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker in this video, but it is now out on home video, so go watch it and then come back and see us. And with that, here's how Luke, Leia, and Anakin could still appear in whatever movie eventually follows The Rise of Skywalker. In theory, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker should be the end for the heroes of the original trilogy. Han Solo was murdered by Kylo in The Force Awakens, Luke sacrificed himself in The Last Jedi, and we lost Leia in the last film. Pretty much, only Lando Calrissian is left, and the movie did seem to set something up with him and Janna, who we now know is his daughter, so there might be more coming story-wise on that front. But all that aside, the final scenes of the movie did confirm that both Luke and Leia are now Force ghosts, which leaves things wide open for them to return at any point down the road. Back in 1991, author Timothy Zahn effectively launched the old Star Wars expanded universe with what has come to be known as the Thrawn trilogy, made up of Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. In it, Zahn introduced the concept that Force ghosts only stick around for a short period of time. At the beginning of the first book, Heir to the Empire, Obi-Wan's Force ghost appears to Luke one last time to say goodbye, and that's it, no more Obi-Wan. But the Thrawn trilogy is no longer considered canon. Remember, when Disney bought Lucasfilm back in 2012, one of the first things that they did is make the entire old expanded universe non-canon. They took hundreds of books, comics, games, and more and rebranded them Legends. From a storytelling perspective, it does make sense because it tidied things up and basically gave them a clean slate to start from scratch. And as a result of that, Force ghosts in the Disney era now work a little differently. Now, there are no limits to how long Force ghosts can stick around. Master Yoda appeared to Luke in The Last Jedi, and the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker, which does count if you were wondering, reveals that both Obi-Wan and Yoda had taught Leia the ways of the Force while Luke was in exile. So every Jedi is basically immortal, and this raises the possibility that although the Skywalker saga might technically be over, the possibility of Luke or Leia returning at some point isn't off the table, and it wouldn't really be too far-fetched to see them come back to mentor the next generation of Jedi even decades after their deaths. And since it's even been shown that Force ghosts can influence and interact with the physical world, who knows what they could do? Now, sure, it seems unlikely that they'd bring back Leia as a Force ghost in future Star Wars movies since Carrie Fisher passed away, and fans aren't generally in favor of movies recreating dead actors via CGI, especially ones as beloved as her. But that still leaves the door open for Luke, Anakin, or even ones like Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, or many of our other favorite Jedi from the past. For now, we've got to take their words at face value and accept that the Skywalker saga is a story that really has come to an end. But you know that you can never say never in Hollywood, and should they ever decide to change their mind, they do have a pretty easy way to bring back some of our favorite characters in Star Wars 10 or whatever films or movies come after Star Wars episodes 1 through 9. You know that we'll be the first to tell you if anything like that happens, so keep checking back with Screen Rant to stay in the loop. I'm Greg Elliott, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.